So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
The right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And they'll run again, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll go as a pickup.
Not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 13 carries, 53 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Mills now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Up the middle, Freeman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mills. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. As a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday. Week second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead, Etienne. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Etienne once more. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 7.
From the 29, Mills finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when you got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's across midfield to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 35. And the Jaguars first down.
Yellow!
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Etienne up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And that play going absolutely absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Another toe for Etienne.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the one.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Jags will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goff. For the third quarter.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and the lead, now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
Runs over it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. Again, 11 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Mahomes now on first down.
He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's the gain of 10, and the Jaguars are out.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a give to ETN.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A handoff for ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it in. 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their 25-yard line.
A first down throw for Mills.
He gets it to Cooks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now Mills.
Looking left side, and he's got a man.
That's Howard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks.
He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.